Hello and welcome to this video tutorial, Errors and Discrepancy Accounts, Part 2. In the last video, we learned how to add funds to an Errors and Discrepancy account. In this video, we'll learn how to pull money from an EDA. An EDA can be used to satisfy a balance due on an accounts receivable record. For our first example, let's pretend you have an EDA for Whirlpool. Whirlpool gives you a kickback on your parts, and you've been letting those funds accumulate in your EDA. In the payment they just gave you, they determined you exceeded your labor rate and paid you $100 less than you were expecting. We'll begin as we would for any normal accounts receivable application by opening the Funds Journal, Control F9, and choosing to receive payments on ARs. We'll choose the funds type and enter the name of the paying party. And the amount of the payment. Next, we'll enter the invoice we're applying the payment to. We'll go ahead and accept the AR as is. Notice that Service Desk fills in the payment amount as the entire amount of the check, as the accounts receivables balance due is greater than the amount of the check. Next, note this orange tooltip that displays below the dollar amount. If we just hit enter, Service Desk will apply the amount of the check to the accounts receivable record and no more. The AR will stay open with a $100 balance due. If we follow the tooltip prompt, however, and hold down the Shift key while we hit enter, this will tell Service Desk that we wish to have the remaining balance drawn from an EDA. So we'll go ahead and hold down Shift and hit enter and put in our password. We're now finished with this check application, so we'll go ahead and hit escape to tell Service Desk that we're ready to proceed with the recording. When we do, we're prompted to choose the EDA that we want to pull the funds from. This action is now complete and the AR has been paid off with a balance from the EDA. For our second example, we're going to pull 100% of the money out of an EDA account. In this scenario, we're going to pretend that we do significant work for a property management company. They ended up overpaying us on their last monthly invoice and asked us to simply apply the funds to the next invoice. The money we have in our EDA exceeds the amount of the invoice. So we'll again go to the Funds Journal, Control F9, and begin the process to apply funds to an accounts receivable record. In this case, however, we're going to enter a serial check number of 0 and a payment amount of 0. This is because we are not actually receiving any money and we do not want to mess up our bank deposit. Again, we'll go ahead and indicate the invoice number that we're applying the funds to. We'll accept as is. Now, note again that $0 is being applied to the balance due of $204.46. This is because we didn't actually receive any funds. We'll hit Shift Enter, enter our password, hit Escape to conclude the applications process, choose to record the application to the sales journal, and again choose the EDA account that we're going to pull the funds from. We can see that the transaction has changed the balance in our EDA to $515.76. That accounts receivable record has now been paid off. If desired, we can now go to the Applications Journal, accessed via Alt F9, choose Show EDA, and open up our demo data EDA account, and we can actually see the transactions of money in and money out and which invoices the money has been applied to. By applying funds from an EDA in this manner, our deposit is kept clean, no bogus checks on our deposit, and the funds are appropriately pulled from the overpayment. This concludes this video. Thank you for watching Errors and Discrepancy Accounts, Part 2.